Do you have a drinking problem, Johnny?
Objection calls for hearsay. What the
A
document.
different question, Mr. Depp.
Yes. Let's let him object to another one. For him to cook. That's hearsay, I guess.
I'm not sure if it's offered for the truth of the matter asserted.
He got it.
Okay, all right.
The cross-examination begins with immediate friction. The question, "Do you have a drinking problem, Johnny?" is instantly met with an objection. The lawyer then attempts to use Depp's text against him, prompting more objections. The defense lawyer is relentless with hearsay objections, trying to keep the opposing counsel from using out-of-court statements to undermine Depp's credibility.
Right, well, then,
I'm learning.
there you go.
Let me put it a different way.
Did I read that right?
You certainly did, yes, sir.
Did I read that right?
You certainly did, yes, sir.
And you wrote that about the, did I read that right?
Yes, you did.
Did I read that right?
You did.
Did I read that right?
You did.
Did I read that right?
You did, sir.
Did I read that right?
You continue to.
The questioning quickly becomes a battle of wills. The lawyer relies heavily on repeating the same question about documents and texts. Did I read that right? And you certainly did, yes, sir. This monotonous repetition is a deliberate tactic to establish the documents as fact, while highlighting Depp's forced compliance, grinding down the witness.
Read them right, yes.
And you were drinking pretty heavily.
Were you there?
It's my question to you, sir.
No, I wasn't drinking that heavily.
We can, let's turn to the UK
It's
116,
definition,
please.
what you define as heavily, sir.
You poured yourself a mega-pint of red wine, correct?
A mega-pint.
Yeah.
I poured myself a large glass of wine.
Right.
I thought it necessary.
Right.
The famous mega-pint moment arrives. The lawyer asks if Depp was drinking pretty heavily. Depp challenges the term, leading to the question about the mega-pint of red wine. Depp corrects him. I poured myself a large glass of wine, sarcastically agreeing that he thought it necessary. This exchange shows Depp's quick wit and refusal to accept the lawyer's framing, adding unexpected flavor to the tension.
We're going to fast forward in time a little bit, Mr. Depp.
Yes, I can feel it.
He'd
had a conversation with Ms. Heard.
Hearsay, Your Honor.
Let's move beyond the
All right, let's
conversation
move
that
on.
Kevin
Certainly.
Murphy had with Ms. Heard.
He said, yes, they had. Okay. And it appears that Ms. Heard had told.
Hearsay, Your Honor.
I'm not sure.
This is apparently a statement by Ms. Heard.
That he was.
Described to Ms. Heard that.
I'll move to strike this as hearsay, Your Honor.
All right, I'll do that next.
And I appreciate.
Sorry, it's evidence.
The objection battle intensifies as the lawyer tries to introduce a conversation with Kevin Murphy and statements made by Ms. Heard, all of which draw immediate hearsay objections. The judge sustains several of these, forcing the lawyer to constantly pivot. This is high-stakes legal drama. The lawyer is aggressively attempting to introduce damaging evidence, while the defense is successfully blocking it.
Next question, okay?
My former business managers were quite disturbing.
Hearsay.
I believe he said he showed him.
Yes, yes, I looked at papers. Maybe they're hearsay papers, I don't know.
I believe he was being shown financial documents.
All right, so,
Mr. Depp,
The judge steps in, clearly frustrated with the prolonged back and forth, stating he's trying to be respectful of the court's time and the jury's time. The lawyer attempts to simplify a question, but Depp, ever the dramatist, fires back. Sir, nothing simple in this case. This is a direct confrontation of the opposing counsel's narrative, emphasizing the complexity and alleged manipulation of the facts.
I appreciate you've gotten a a lot of chance to talk, and I'm trying to be respectful of the court's time and the jury's time. So I'm going to ask you that question again, because I think it's a pretty simple yes or no question, which is,
You'd like it to be, sir. Nothing simple in this case.
other than mentioning the fact, the op-ed in the Washington Post, correct?
Objection, lack of foundation.
Out loud if you can answer it.
October is 2 months before December.
The lawyer repeatedly forces Depp to confirm his signature on divorce documents from 2016, asking him 4 separate times. This seemingly pointless repetition is meant to highlight a damaging statement within that document. The lawyer then introduces a dark, disturbing text message from Depp about having other uses for your throat which do not include injury, prompting a serious, high-stakes moment in the trial. Who do you think is winning the credibility battle during this cross-examination?
That's correct.
This was a document that you signed as part of your divorce proceedings, correct?
That's my signature indeed, yes.
Okay. Mr. Depp, that is your signature on the right, correct?
Yes, it is.
Dated August 15th, 2016, right?
That's what it says, yes.
And this is
The lawyer abruptly returns to the UK trial and the infamous finger injury. She attempts to introduce statements made by Sean Bailey, but is blocked multiple times by the defense, who are masters of the hearsay objection. The defense is carefully guarding against unverified quotes and out-of-court statements being admitted as fact.
you were this is a document you signed, right?
For the 3rd time, that is my signature, yes,
You
sir.
go to paragraph 27, please. Did I read that right?
You did, Mr.
Take
Rottenborn.
that down, Michelle. And that was a document you signed in August of 2016, correct?
Is that the same one that I signed 3 times before? Yes,
Yeah.
that's the 4th.
Well, I wanted to make clear that you signed
made it
that in
clear.
the summer of 2016, 2 years before Ms. Heard published her op-ed.
I once gave Marilyn Manson a pill so that he would stop talking so much. Sorry.
All right. I have other uses for your throat which do not include injury. I have other uses for your throat which do not include injury.
Sorry, could you read that again?
These are your words, sir, right? I read that right, correct?
You did. Yes. But so, yes.
You didn't
I
react.
did assault a couple of cabinets, but I did not touch Miss Heard.
The lawyer continues the aggressive line of questioning, accusing Depp of making a pathetic attempt to evade. She hammers him with questions about negative news stories and text messages about controlling Heard's career, asking if he was complaining about her ambition. Depp answers honestly, "I'm realizing that her ambition is far stronger than her supposed feelings for me." This reveals a deep personal tension at the heart of their relationship.
And
As you can see, I think, no? 333.
this is day 2. This is from the UK trial.
Yes, we seem to be there a lot. I was going to end up with a very ugly situation with Amber, so
Mr.
I
Depp,
doubled up
with respect.
The lawyer circles back to the famous $300 million and a million alpacas quote regarding the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. Depp humorously admits, "I'm so pathetic when it comes to knowing what movies I've done. I'm sorry, I don't watch them." This is a deliberate attempt by Depp to appear eccentric and detached, contrasting sharply with the lawyer's serious, formal tone.
Trying to respect the court's time and the jury's time. That was not my question. My question was
I
simply,
understand. When you
would
take 5
agree,
minutes to look for a
you would agree,
document.
you would agree that, let's do it this way. Let's pull up Exhibit 500, please.
500?
500, Defense Exhibit 500.
Defense Exhibit 500.
Yes, I'd like to see who I lied to.
Okay, and a very different thing from what you texted Paul Bettany, correct?
Again.
Okay, so the Boston flight was in May. Okay, well then let's do this. So is it your testimony that right after you cut your finger off, that you, or right after, I won't give you anything to argue with me yet. right after you sustained an injury to your finger,
Sorry.
that you...
Sean Bailey, who was the number 3.
Objection, hearsay.
I don't know yet. I'll overrule it at this point.
Thank you.
May I continue, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Just basically said in the...
Objection, hearsay.
Your
What
Honor,
Sean Bailey said.
this is about him
It's in an
learning about this. It's
article.
not for the truth.
It is the truth. She's
If you
asking.
want to approach.
Please explain to the jury who Sean Bailey is. I think you were starting to.
Yes, I'll try again. Sean Bailey was quoted as saying that...
Objection, hearsay.
Mr. Depp, where was Sean Bailey quoted, without getting into what he was quoted as saying?
It's entitled Johnny Depp, Friends and Family Seriously Concerned About Him, Here's Why.
Yes,
Correct.
how did they know?
The next article from May, did I read that right?
You did, reportedly.
The next
These are
article,
all hit
also
pieces.
from May
These
10,
are drags,
2017.
sir.
Mr.
This is a
Depp,
pathetic attempt.
Mr. Depp, please just respond to the question that I'm asking you.
What's your
The next
question, Mr.
question,
Rottenborn?
the next document, did I read that right?
You read that very, very well.
The next one, Hollywood Reporter, did I read that
Allegedly
correctly?
reports say, this is hearsay. is
June
it not?
21st,
Your favorite
2018,
word.
6 months before the op-ed was published, used an earpiece on a film set.
I think that was
I
explained
read
in
that
court the
correctly?
other day. Oh, you did, yeah.
Did I read that correctly?
You did. Who's Alison Boshoff and how does she know?
Mr. Depp, you can't name
Oh, it
a
won't
single
answer that, I see.
actress. You didn't want her acting. You wanted to control her career, correct?
Objection, compound.
That's
I'll-
patently
hold on,
untrue, and it's a
Mr.
great
Depp,
guess.
sir. All right, yes, I'll sustain the objection. Next question.
Sorry.
We can move on. You're complaining about her ambition in this text to her, to Dr. Kipper, correct?
I'm realizing that her ambition is far stronger than her supposed feelings for me, yes. At the age of 12, finding the only thing that gave me peace, which is playing the guitar, very unlikely. Why didn't I start lopping off digits when I was 13 then?
Just the way it was worded. Now, Miss Heard wasn't the only one. Testified on Thursday that you saw nothing wrong with referring to Amber as a lesbian camp counselor when she was trying to get you to stop using drugs. But let's take a look at what you say in
She had
this
used
text.
that term before.
In this text, there were numerous negative news stories about you. You'd agree with that, correct?
Objection, compound.
All right, I'll sustain it to compound if you can.
For years prior to 2018.
Thank you so much. Based on the
We'll just take a look at the next
accusations that she
exhibit, Mr.
brought,
Depp.
I'm sorry, I was talking, is that all right?
You had answered my question. We'll take a look at the next exhibit. Thank you.
yeah. As long as you're happy, sir.
Last week, Mr. Rottenborn asked you about a quote where you said you wouldn't come back to the Pirates franchise for $300 million and 1,000,000 alpacas. Do you remember that?
I do.
When relative to, do you recall when specifically you made that statement about the $300 million and the 100 alpacas?
Objection, asked and answered.
Overruled, I'll allow it.
Mr. Depp, do you recognize this document?
As soon as my eyes go on, I hopefully will. Oop, there it goes. I'm so pathetic when it comes to knowing what movies I've done. I'm sorry. I just, I don't watch them. I feel better not watching them. What was the question again?
How many?
I have order in the court, or I will have you removed. Understood? Thank you.
How many other and Mr. Depp, I believe this is another text message with Mr. Bettany that you were shown on your cross-examination.
Oh, yay. And when he came home from school...
Your Honor, I'm just going to object on relevance. The question was, who was this about?
Yeah, we can move on.
Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Depp,
Where she could be...
Objection beyond the
photographed.
scope of the question, Your Honor.
All right.
Sorry?
I believe he was responding to what he meant by what he wrote in his text
And
message
then
to
he said I
Dr.
meant exactly what the word said, and now he's going beyond
All
the
right, I'll
scope.
sustain the objection. Next question.
Thank you, Mr. Rottenborn.
Your
Sir,
Honor,
if you could just answer the question, Mr. Depp, please.
Certainly,
Direct your
certainly.
attention just to your attorney, okay?
Sorry, Your Honor. The one that was the day when my tip of my finger disappeared, there's no metadata that I'm aware of for that tape. Also, apparently looking for any metadata is impossible as it is
Your
now
Honor,
owned
beyond the
by...
scope of the
I'll
question.
sustain the objection. All right, your next witness. Ben King. Somebody going to go get Mr. King? You
Should I
can,
do away with these?
you can take it with you. Or you just leave it, you can leave it there.
Professional overview, cross-examination tactics, and hostility. This segment captured a highly adversarial cross-examination of Johnny Depp, primarily executed by Amber Heard's legal team. Key tactics and conflict. Hearsay objections. The defense was highly successful in blocking the introduction of many out-of-court statements and third-party quotes, as in from Kevin Murphy or Sean Bailey, limiting the prosecution's ability to introduce circumstantial evidence. Repetitive questioning. The cross-examiner used excessive repetition, "Did I read that right?" and hostile language, "pathetic attempt," to wear down the witness and establish foundational facts from documents like the divorce decree. Key admissions. Depp made several damaging admissions from his own text, including the "other uses for your throat" message, and confirming his realization that Heard's ambition is far stronger than her feelings for him. Witness control. The judge repeatedly intervened to manage the pacing and control the witness, who was often verbose and argumentative. Nothing simple in this case. The judge even had to instruct Depp's counsel to direct him to answer the question. Broader implications. The cross-examination aimed to paint Depp as a hostile, heavily impaired, and controlling partner by using his own documented words against him, irrespective of the success of the hearsay objections. Call to action. Which side do you think was more effective in this cross-examination? The aggressive lawyer or the challenging witness? Cast your vote in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to follow every twist and turn of this high-profile case.